Everybody loves our president, just some people just don't know it yet. I am so honored to be here with you all today to support our great president in the most important election in history. It's not over. Mr. President, we are representing today over 72 million people, which is a record in an election for a sitting president. We're also representing millions more who have been brainwashed since grade school, who don't know any better what the Democrats will do to our country if they succeed in stealing this election. We're also representing hundreds of millions from around the world that are praying for you to keep leading us for 4 more years. If anybody doesn't believe that all this corruption and election fraud is real, they couldn't be more wrong. A fake news outlet asked me the other day, what is the best thing the president's done so far? I answered, he smashed the tool of political correction or nothing would have got done. When I came out of years of addiction, I couldn't believe I could not believe what our country had become and the path we were on. God had been removed from our schools. A president was giving money to an evil empire. Jobs in manufacturing had massively been moved overseas. It was politically incorrect to say Merry Christmas. So many things made no sense. And personally, when I started my commercials on TV, I was told by TV and shopping channels that I couldn't wear my cross. I told them, I'm wearing my cross. And then it got to be up until, I'm going to tell this story off the cuff. I didn't realize, my years of addiction, I didn't realize how important politics were to everything we do. And then Donald Trump reached out to me in the summer of 2016 for a private meeting, and I walked in there and we talked about he wanted to bring jobs back like My Pillow's made in the USA. I told him about my addiction and how I have a platform to help millions of people in addiction. And he said, Mike, I want to stop the drugs from pouring in to our country. He said, he talked about what he was going to do for the unemployment, the economy, and we talked about all these things for a half hour. And I left his office that day on August 15, 2016. I said, he's going to be the greatest president in history. But here's where the attacks come. I left there, and by the way, I talked to his employees, and I couldn't believe what I had just witnessed. A man with the only agenda to help us as a people and a country, and it was just, everything about it was so real. And I went and talked to his employees, and every one of them said the same thing. He's a great boss, great leader, and they had a personal story how he had helped them. So I went back to Minnesota. And I went back there, and I couldn't wait to tell Minnesota in 2016, tell all the media I had met this man, Donald Trump, and all the great things we had talked about. Well, I did that press release, and the media called me a racist. They attacked me. The Better Business Bureau took me from an A+ to an F. I mean, I was completely attacked. But then I knew I was on the right path. God gave us grace on November 8, 2016, and our president has a gift, a problem solution, but he also knows what it's going to manifest to. He has fought every day for our country and us to overcome, to make our lives better for each and every one of us. He's kept all his promises that he told all of us. But now, the radical left and Democrats are trying to steal the election and the future of our country. And I'm going to tell you about them. They're very good at marketing and brainwashing and deception. Let's talk about, I'll give you 2 examples because I'm a marketer. Planned Parenthood and Black Lives Matter. What do they have in common? Here's what they have in common. They're both deceptive. Planned Parenthood, it sounds like a politically correct name. Well, when you find out that Planned Parenthood is killing your baby so you don't have to be a parent, that's something wrong with that. And Black Lives Matter, of course their lives matter, but when you look behind the curtain and you see the organization behind it has been suppressing and trying to destroy them for 50 years, that's what they do. But now they're making their biggest play ever. I promised the president that we would win Minnesota. Well, we did, but the corruption was just bigger there as we have professional USA and Israel haters led by Ilhan Omar. We also have a Democrat governor who made some of the worst decisions ever that manifest for political reasons, that manifested into riots and destruction across our country. It's sad that they make decisions for political reasons, and we have a great president makes them for us. And what a difference. He's turned the Republican Party into the common sense party. But I look at mathematical deviations every day in my business, and if something is out of whack, there's a reason for it. Things just don't happen without input. And I'll tell you what, you look at this election, there's so many deviations, and there's something that had to happen for those deviations to happen. Well, our president is going to win this election as all of these deviations will be revealed as corrupt and voter fraud. Mr. President, if you're watching, we are praying for you, and we are here to support you any way we can to lead us in this fight for our country and future.